Hi there, Nomad here, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We are heading into our first day of trial, where Edgeworth is a murder suspect. And now we get to meet Von Karma, and I don't know how on God's green earth I'm gonna pull his voice off. He's very German. He also seems like a very, bolsterous man. Well, no, not bolsterous. Bolsterous is the wrong word. He's attention grabbing, I guess. I don't know. It's very aggressive. Edgy! Karma? That's right. Manfred von Karma. He's the best prosecutor there is. He hasn't lost a case in his 40-year career. He is a god of prosecution, right? A god. Not a single case? He'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. Sounds like someone else I know, Edgeworth. You don't understand. I mean, he'll really do anything. Manfred von Karma is a man to be feared. That's quite a claim, coming from someone who forges evidence. So, if I recall correctly, and again, I may be wrong, but if I recall correctly, Edgeworth doesn't forge evidence, he just has a tendency of keeping evidence himself rather than letting the police keep it because he was worried they might lose it, which, based on what we've learned about Wright, that wasn't exactly an incorrect fear. So, he taught me what it really means to prosecute. Wait, what? Just picture a prosecutor as vicious as me, multiplied by a factor of 10. So he was your teacher then, Mr. Edgeworth? Something like that. And now he's trying to get you found guilty? What a creep. Oh wait. Maybe he's planning on losing on purpose to help you out. No, honey. Not a chance. He hasn't lost once in 40 years. 40 years! He's as ruthless as me times 20. That's pretty ruthless. Like I said, he is a god among prosecutors. I guess that's something like what Mia was to me. Speaking of Mia... Maya? Uh-huh. We could really use Mia's help right now, don't you think? Oh. I can't. Sorry. I tried. I really tried, but I couldn't reach. You couldn't reach? I think it's because I haven't been training. My powers are weak again. Oh man, what bad timing. I'm really sorry. I'll try my best. I hope so. What are you whispering about? Oh, it's nothing. Well, it's time. Let's head in. Shit is going to go down. This guy is an asshole. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Von Karma, is the prosecution ready? Fool. You seriously think that I would stand here where I'm not completely prepared? I'm doing this accent completely wrong, and I'm so sorry. Right. My apologies. He's got even the judge scared. Very well, your opening statement, please. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required?
Nothing, of course, that should be fine. Prosecution may call its first witness.
What's with this guy? Is he royalty or something?
How am I supposed to fight against this? I call the detective in charge of the case. Detective Dick Gumshoe.
Okay, Gumshoe's first. Let's see how this goes. Hi.
Describe the incident. Now. Yes, sir.
Detective Gumshoe looks nervous.
Please take a look at the map.
The matter happened late Christmas Eve, around midnight. There was one boat in the very middle of the lake. That is not the very middle of the lake. The very middle of the lake is like over here. Like, yeah, okay. Anyway, there were 2 men on the boat. Now, there happened to be a woman camping here on the edge of the lake. At 12:10 a.m., she heard 2 pistol shots. Then the boat started to move. It went towards the boat rental shop. Overhead map added to the courtroom.
Testify to the court about the arrest. Now! Wait! Mr. Von Karma.
Yes.
Yeah? Actually, I'm the one that's supposed to be handling these proceedings.
Fucking hell.
Wrong. There's only one thing you need to do here. You will slam down your gavel and say the word guilty. That is your rule. Yes, of course. You're quite right.
No. No, he's not.
This is gonna be an uphill battle.
A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all, but the next morning a body was found at the lake. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, he looks so sad.
I see. Very well. Begin your cross-examination, attorney. Now!
Okay. I feel like I'm him the wrong... he's just a mismatch of freaking accents, is what he is. The man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. Wait a minute. Isn't that when he was killed? 30 minutes after... Okay, so it was 15 minutes after the photo was taken. How did he swim? Whatever. Alright. You received a call from a man?
Yep.
But you said there was a woman camping there. She was the one who heard the 2 gunshots, right? Jesus Christ. I cannot get my voice that deep. Nope.
Objection. That woman and the man who called in the report are 2 different people, obviously.
Different people?
There were 2 witnesses. The testimonies were quite similar, however. Today, I've summoned the woman who was camping.
The woman who was camping. A lot of heart.
What happened next, detective?
We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. Press everything. How long was it between receiving the report and your arrival at the lake?
Well, I'd say it was about 3 minutes.
That's excellent time.
Our motto for the month is get there quick. God, his voice is so creepy. Detective, you will refrain from casually revealing department secrets. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I look forward to your next year's salary review. So much to look forward to these days. This is no time for your dejected daydreaming. Continue! Yes, sir. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth.
Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
What was Mr. Edgeworth like when you saw him then? Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer at all, really. Objection! Detective, the court requires facts, not your opinion. How many years have you been on the force? Facts only, detective. Hard, cold, objective facts. He is a lot. I mean, his daughter's a lot like him. I mean, he does the snapping thing, but his daughter has the whip. Yes, sir.
Man, he's got his share of objections. He's objected to every goddamn thing. Did you find any clues on the body?
A single bullet was recovered from the body. He was shot through the heart, fatally. Judge, here is the bullet. It didn't strike bone, so its shape is well preserved. Very well. The court accepts this bullet into evidence.
Yay!
So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth.
Why is that?
Well, we found the murder weapon in the boat.
The murder weapon?
A pistol. Detective Gumshoe. That is a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony. Right. Sorry, Yana.
Can we have the pistol as evidence? Oh, no, oh, that's not what I...
I'm feeding him lines. His testimony was probably filled with landmines just waiting for me to press. What do we do?
Grit our teeth and press, I guess. What else can we do?
Alright.
Okay.
Go for the ones I haven't done.
Why didn't you think he was suspicious?
You should know. We have a deep trust and relationship with the prosecutors. Detective, this court isn't interested in your musings. Deep, trusting, poppycock. I've never heard so many flippant comments from an active detective on the force.
Detective Gumshoe doesn't look so good.
Continue, now!
No! God damn it! No! Stop! Go back! My keyboard is far too sensitive.
Okay.
What about the pistol made it decisive evidence? He has the same evil laugh as Edgeworth.
There were fingerprints on the pistol found in the boat. They were clear prints from Mr. Edgeworth's right hand.
What? Is Edgeworth right-handed?
I don't remember if he's right-handed or not. that something I can Google? Nah, well, I'm sure if it's important, it'll come up. So Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints were found on the murder weapon? Yes, Your Honor. Judge, this is the weapon in question. Accepted into evidence. Fired 3 times. Interesting. Members of the court, we now have the pistol used in the murder and the bullet found in the body. Detective! Yes, sir. Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol? Yes. The ballistic markings on the bullet match the pistol.
Hey, Nick! What does he mean ballistic markings?
Shocking! To imagine someone here does not know something as basic as ballistic markings.
Nick, he's glaring at me.
Very well, I will explain. Actually, Judge, you do it. Me? Ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun. The barrel leaves distinctive marks on each bullet it fires. You can examine these ballistic fingerprints to see which gun fired the shot. It's quite accurate. It's not. There's so many problems with ballistic markings. But whatever, it's a video game. This leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart was without a doubt fired from this pistol. I have a question. This must be a pretty damn, like, low power pistol to be fired from that closely and just be lodged in the heart and not go through and through. Shenanigans. This pistol, which, as you may recall, was covered with the defendant's own fingerprints. Order! Order! This is bad. This makes it look like Edgeworth did it. Well, Judge, I'd say it's almost decisive, yes. Honestly, I could declare a verdict at this point. However, you wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt. Very well. I am somewhat fatigued, and so I will take a brief break. I will call my witness after recess, which will last 10 minutes. Judge! Yes? What are you doing? A 10-minute recess, now! Wait, just bang your flimsy gavel and get on with it, man. Yes. This court will take a 10-minute recess. Who's running this court anyway? Not the goddamn judge. Edgeworth, what's going on here? Your fingerprints are on the murder weapon? And that foggy photo makes one thing clear. The only one who could have shot the man was the person in the photo. True. Was that you in the boat? Yes. It was me. What? But you must believe me. I didn't shoot him. Then who did? I don't know. You don't know? Weren't you right there? I heard a gunshot from very close by. Then the other man fell from the boat. I can't say why, but I thought at the time that he had shot himself. You mean it was a suicide? That's the only explanation I can come up with. Huh. How am I gonna convince anyone of that? Say, Maya.
What?
Any progress with Mia?
Oh, sorry. It's no good.
Ugh.
I know. I'm no good for anything, am I, Nick? If I can't call my sister, I might as well not be here, right?
What kind of person would I be to say, yeah, you're useless? No, of course not. I need you here. I can see you're always trying to help out. Even when you don't actually help. It's the thought that counts, right?
It's okay, Nick. You don't have to make me feel better. I don't know anything about trials or defense. What's more, I'm a spirit medium who can't even contact spirits.
Aw, everyone has their off days. I mean, I've just been getting lucky lately. But you never know when my luck's gonna run out.
Really?
Whoa, right. Don't jinx this case any more than it already is. It's bad for my heart. Poor Edgy. Oh, sorry. Oops. Court is back in session. Mr. Von Karma, call your witness. Yeah. Will Miss Lotta Hart take the stand?
Ah, Lotta! I love her hair.
Lotta Hart, you are a research student at the university?
That I am.
Good. Begin by telling us what you saw the night of the incident. And don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand? Y'all need to learn some manners. Understand? Yeah, I understand. Very well. Your testimony, please.
It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang come from the lake. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat. Then there was another bang. There was an area thing on the lake but that boat.
Enough. Huh? Judge! She happened to take a photo of the incident. This is that photo. Accept it as evidence. Well, this is a surprise. This looks like the very moment of the murder.
Dun dun dun.
Order! Whoa. As the witness testifies, she looked at the lake when she heard the shot. There were no other boats on that lake. So, the man in the boat was the victim and his murder. Yes, it was the defendant, Miles Edgeworth. Order! Order! I will have order! Well, Judge. Oh god, that is an evil look. Whew. The evidence is decisive. I have very little doubt about this case. Very well, this court Whoa. Hold on. Excuse you. Wait. Your Honor. I haven't cross-examined the witness yet. A cross-examination. Yeah. We have photographic proof. What question can there possibly be? This photo is worth 1,000 words, and they all read guilty. You lose. Or do you claim to have found a contradiction in her testimony? Very well. If you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. You will only flounder and ask meaningless questions. You will fail to find anything. And then I will have you held in contempt of court.
Nick? Contempt?
Contempt of court, you know.
I guess I understand. Well, what are you going to do? Do you really think there was a contradiction with the facts in her testimony?
Yes. I think I noticed one little thing. Wow, I'm impressed, Nick. I didn't notice anything. I didn't notice anything. Right, let's take him on. Yeah. I got a bad feeling about this. I understand. I will cross-examine the witness. Very well. Pray for your sake, this isn't a waste of time. First of all, Von Karma can't find me contempt of court. Only the judge can do that. Although I'm not certain that will fucking matter in this case. That's fine. Why were you camping there anyway? I'm a research student at my university. I was taking pictures to use in my research. What research? This all sounds suspicious. Miss Hart, could you be more specific about your research? Dude. What does the witness's motive in camping by the lake have to do with this case? The answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained. Wait, now. I'm the one who says that. Well, then say it already. Objection sustained. Thanks for nothing, Your Honor. I heard a bang coming from the lake. So you weren't looking at the lake at that time? Nope. I looked after I heard that noise. She said that already. I asked you to find contradictions, not leisurely chat with the witness. Ugh. When I saw... Oh. Press everything! Could you clearly see the two men? Just look at the picture. Clear enough for you? No. It's not. It's not clear enough. Wait a second. I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the two men. Yeah, well, of course. The witness has testified that she saw them. There is also a photo. You best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions. You jumped in quick. Hold on. Hold on. This particular trial makes me extra nervous. The music didn't stop. No. Oh god. Eesh. I mean, it's foggy as all hell. She couldn't have seen them. Where's the original photo? You were watching the very moment the shot rang out? Well, yeah, sure. Jesus Christ. You're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless. Contradictions, Mr. Wright. Not meaningless babble. On Karma, I think I hate you. He's trying to keep you from talking to the witness. To what end? There wasn't nary a thing on that lake but the boat. Are you sure about that? Yeah, sure as a country gal can be. That sounds pretty sure. How come you're so sure? Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake. Scanned the whole lake? It almost sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Miss Hart, you... Excuse you? Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. Which is why I wanted to ask another question. No need for further questions. Objection sustained. That's what I'm... Sustained! Yes, of course. Oh, great. Enough. I think we've heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright. It seems you're unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth noting. But, Your Honor... You keep your promise. Mr. Wright, I'm afraid I have to penalize you. What? If that happens, you'll leave the courtroom immediately. Understood?
Nick, Lada's testimony is fishy, Nick. Real fishy.
I know what you mean. But if I can't say anything, what can I do? Fuck. I believe we've covered the evidence sufficiently to make a decision. Then pass your judgment. Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand. Who was that?
It was me.
Maya? Is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities?
No, I don't. Lada Hart, your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful you saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life and death. Lada, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire the pistol?
You will stand down. The court does not acknowledge the defense's outburst.
Answer me, Lada.
What's the big deal? Treat me like some kind of criminal. I saw him. I swear it. I saw Edgeworth. Enough. Judge, declare the defense in contempt of court. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He is in contempt of court and must leave. No. What?
Wait, I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent.
Ha! What is difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Wrong. What? Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony, and I have the right to cross-examine her again. Bitch. Order, blah, blah, blah. Yes, very orders. You're in contempt of court. It is too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection. I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I cannot. What? Miss Lada Hart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again. But he is in contempt of court.
No, I am. And if you're going to arrest someone, arrest me.
Very well. My affair. You will leave the courtroom immediately.
Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck.
Maya. She's a good partner. I care not for this melodrama. Listen very well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witness. I'm running out of time. I better find a contradiction in here or else. Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination. Okay, so it's just that last statement, right? I saw it clear as day. The man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. Okay. Save. This is... then you couldn't have seen it clear as day. Yes, the music stopped. Got you. Got you, Miss Hart. Finally. What? You got what? Look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh. Wait, the photo I took? The very same. Here's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart. So? This picture was taken with a professional, high-quality film, right? And yet, even it couldn't capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How? What? What? Mr. Wright has a point. That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony, please. Yet now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Edgeworth? Explain yourself. Miss Hart. What? Could you see the defendant that night? Of course. I said I could and I meant I could. And please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting. I did it. I finally found a hole. You're right. It was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. So, once I finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See? No problem. You used binoculars. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. This one better be good. God, this is stressful. Press on everything. So, how could you see Edgeworth? Now just hold your horses for a second. You hasty Yankee types. Types that never find a gal where I'm from. Defense attorneys have trouble with that as it is. Nobody loves me. Edgy loves you. So I finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Your camera? Yeah, it's got an automatic. Issue we are concerned with here is Miss Hart seeing Mr. Edgeworth. The camera has nothing to do with this at all. Objection sustained. Ugh. It's not letting her answer any of my questions. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. Binoculars? Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday you mentioned you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars, for that? I've got doubts about your camera, too. Was that really to take pictures of meteor showers? I mean, no. The camera is irrelevant to this case. You can't say that for certain. Mr. Wright. Is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning. But know this. If you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. Well, Mr. Wright. Yes, I wish to press further about the camera. It took 2 pictures. I need to see the other fucking picture. The camera is of utmost importance, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little overboard there. Very well, Miss Hart. You will testify to the court about the camera.
Yeah, I hear ya. The camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower. Miss Hart, what made you choose that lake to photograph meteors? You know, the fog gets thick on the lake. It's not very suited to stargazing. Yeah, well, you see, I guess I wasn't thinking too straight. Har.
Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness because of her challenged intellect.
Now wait just a minute.
Continue your testimony. You were saying how it was you saw Edgeworth. No unnecessary comments, please.
Right. I've got a couple of questions. If it's set up to take meteors, why is it looking at the lake?
Oh god, thank god.
You were photographing shooting stars? That's a lie. Says who? Says the evidence. I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point a camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart. It's obvious it was pointing at the lake too, because there's a fucking picture of it.
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor.
Well then, what exactly was she photographing?
Do I have? Yes, I do. Excellent. Your Honor, take a look at this. What was Miss Hart trying to take a photo of? Aw, yeah.
Miss Hart!
This is what you were trying to photograph.
What's this? A newspaper article? Gordy? Ah, the sighting at Gourd Lake.
Well, Miss Hart. I never heard no lake monster. You got proof or something? Let's see you prove that I was... Alright. I have it. Proof. Technically, it's two pieces of evidence. The camera itself. The proof! Miss Hart is your very own camera. Your camera was set to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Thus, this photograph here was taken when a gun fired on the lake. And here, this article about Gordy. According to this article, Gordy makes a loud noise when it emerges. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had it set, or had set your camera to respond to loud noises.
Order! Order! I see. I too thought it was a little strange.
Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart? You were camping there to try and take a photo of Gordy, weren't you? Yeah. Not bad. Are all you lawyers that smart? So, smart boy, I was down there trying to photograph Gordy. You got me. Now what? Huh? That don't change what I saw, does it? Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than that the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist. Hey! But, as she so succinctly said, so what? It changes nothing. Not true. You were hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason, I know it. But what could it have been?
Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this. Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please revise your testimony.
Right. Fine, I'll testify. It won't change nothing, though.
Something will change. It has to. And I'm going to spot it. She heard 2 bangs. There's only 1 photo. That is new testimony. It's like fucking FNAF theories up in here. Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that was all I was hiding. I heard the bang. I looked straight at the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the men's hands, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at that boat the whole time. Cross my heart and hope to fry. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she is a research student or a photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time. Jesus Christ! It's a constant goddamn battle. I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Barkham is up to something. I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because... why? Was there a contradiction? Very well. You would begin cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in mind. Ha! That would be a first. You understand this is your last chance at cross-examination, Mr. Wright. There is no problem in the testimony this time. We will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. Okay, alright. Okay, we're gonna save. Oof. Please tell me more about this first bang. Exactly what sort of sound was it? Well, I never heard one before, so I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. It was a lot sharper a sound than I would have expected. No. There wasn't much else to look at? Yep. I don't know. She heard a bang and she thought Gordy was out there. I kind of doubt she'd waste any time looking at a boat. What? What did I do now? What are you giving me that look for? Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence. Witness, continue. Hold your hush puppies, Pops. I'm getting there. Fucking evidence to present. Times. No! What? Oh, my heart. Oh, present? Oh, Miss Hart, were you really looking at that boat? What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It's the only thing out there. Any normal person be looking at it. Yeah, I agree. Any normal person would. But you are far from normal. What? Y'all want to step over here and say that? You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. I can't believe we got it right on the first try. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy, that's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought. Yes! Oh my god. Continue, Mr. Wright. You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Well? Well, now that y'all mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there and all. Miss Hart, are you saying that you were not watching the boat then? Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I thought, you know, I could be a witness to a murder and all. I kind of got excited. I was sure I was watching that boat, till now. This is totally uncalled for. But hey, y'all got the photograph. You got proof. Still, we can't see who is shooting who in this. Right. That's why I took this photo and. You dick! No! Let her talk! You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole. Shut my what? What was she going to say? She took the photo and what? Wait a second. She even had photographic proof. But you really can't tell who the photo is. That's why she said she's gonna enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality it might, but you should let us see who's who. She enlarged that photo. Why won't Von Karma let her show it? I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, it'll mean prison for Edgeworth. Or worse. What should I do? Miss Hart. Look at this photograph. You enlarged this photograph, did you not? Yeah, I did. Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court? Because it does not exist. What are you talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it in the court in the first place. You old fool. Dun dun dun. What is the meaning of this, Von Karma? Miss Hart. Show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement. The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court. Here it is. This doesn't help anything. You can't even see their hair. We still can't see who's firing this. Wait a minute. He's using his left hand. This dude's using his left hand to fire the gun. It could be the defendant, or maybe not. It's... Yes, I'm happy. Thank you. Edgeworth's right hand is on the gun, but the left hand was shooting. Come on. Let me present. Let me do things. I suppose this means that the cross-examination is over, obviously. No! 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 Let me go back. No. Come on. Please. Please. I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. This witness wasn't decisive at all. God damn fuck. No. No. There has to be a clue in this photo somewhere. I know where the clue is. Just let me present it. It's in his right hand. No! No! I believe we have spent enough time talking about evidence. Indeed. I've heard opinions on every piece of evidence but this enlargement. Wait. I guess? Your Honor, there is something decidedly strange with this enlargement. What might that be? Mr. Wright, you will show the court what you mean about this photo is strange. What about this photo is strange? Okay, here goes nothing. It's his hand. It's his hand. That. Take that. Here, Your Honor. The shooter? I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter is strange? Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor. The hand? That hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand... Sorry. This man's left hand does what? Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence that the left hand contradicts. Da-da-da-da. The evidence is clear. The man in this photograph is holding that pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. Bitch. Now that everyone in the courtroom is quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You have given us definitive proof today. We now know that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim? Precisely. As we have seen, there were no other people in the lake that night. Who but the defendants could have shot the victim? There's only one explanation remaining. The man who shot... Ah, no! Who shot him was the victim himself. Order! Order! So, you are saying that the victim committed suicide? Yes, Your Honor. I can think of no other explanation. Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option. God, his voice is creepy. I'm so very, very sorry, Wright. But suicide is out of the question. What? An examination of the victim's wound reveals the distance at which he was shot. The distance? The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away. A meter? That's 3 feet. There is no way it could have been suicide. Obviously, we need another day. Order, order! Mr. Von Karma, are you sure of the accuracy of your data? Of course. I had already considered the possibility of suicide, you see. Uh-huh. I see. Very well. Allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun reveal that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for this trial for the day. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all. The court is adjourned. Thank God. Ugh. Well, that was interesting. Ugh, that was a close one. Hey! Don't you have anything to say? No. I have yet to be declared innocent, Wright. Well, yeah, but what happened out there on that lake anyway? If he didn't commit suicide, then who... The shooter was about a meter away, too. What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I was just kidding around. Look. I'm going to go check on Maya. Oh. Right. What? Tell her something for me. What? Tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all. Would it kill you to just state how you really feel with a thanks, Edgeworth? Oh, edgy. I requisitioned a transcript of Lada's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter, so the only part of her testimony was that that bang she heard. Yeah, she heard 2 gunshots. The gun was fired 3 times, and there's only 1 bullet. Something doesn't add up. Anyway, that's all for today. We'll continue this next week. Yes, please. Oh, goodness, that was really stressful. Like, I know, because I've played this before, and because this particular trial is very plot-worthy, I do remember the end. But that doesn't seem to be helping me much with keeping this from being very stressful. Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, please hit that like button, and I'll see y'all in the next one. This is Nomad, signing off.